Hey guys, what's up? And welcome to today's video. If it's your first time here, my name's Caleb, this is my wife Lilu, and we are
Furniture Cowboy. So for today's video, we're going to be showing you guys how we transformed this large dresser into something more boho, chic, and I don't know. I guess that's it. That's the only way to describe it.
Boho chic.
Boho chic. So before we do get started, I want to quickly ask you guys to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell since we are trying to upload twice a week.
Yes.
Without further ado, guys, let's get started with this boho chic transformation.
The first thing we always have to do is come up with an idea for the piece. This one was pretty cool. We went to this guy's house and it felt like I knew him for years. Part of what makes this so cool is we get to meet tons of weird, cool people. So shout out Jeff Goldblum. And he sold it to us for like way cheaper than what it's worth. It was in good condition, not many problems with this one, and it was a solid piece of furniture.
Yes, how much did we pay for it again?
I think we paid...
Is it $40?
Like 40 or 60?
40 or 60, somewhere around that.
We try to like keep things around that.
Anything under 100 is a thumbs up for us. When we were doing this piece, I think we were kind of doing another one at the same time. And with the other one, which I think will be our next video, honestly, we wanted to go with a boho look, but something went wrong with it. You guys just gotta subscribe to figure out what went wrong with it. So instead of doing it for the one that you haven't seen yet, we decided to create a style where we wanted to expose the front drawers and then paint the whole body white. So that's what we did. Yeah.
Actually, we originally wanted to sand down the entire thing, but we sanded a bit too far on the top and exposed the particle board, and the stain just wouldn't have looked great. So we decided to just
scrap that idea.
Yeah, it forced us to paint the body, which is fine.
Yeah.
The drawers were still super beautiful.
I love how there were curves on the drawers, which was a nice little extra piece of uniqueness.
Nice
little sprinkle
of something special.
Exactly. So after cleaning with the simple green, we went in and filled in any spots that we needed to. I don't remember much.
This one, I mean, it was great. It was in great condition. So usually we'll have to fill in some spots, but with this one, I don't even think we needed to.
I don't think we did. We might have filled in like the little area where we went over the particle board just to make sure it's like a smoother finish rather than like the fluffy fuzz. But you don't think so. You guys, we're so sorry. We are not good at memorizing everything we've done.
We'll see. You'll see on the
video.
We'll
figure it out. We'll see when we're editing.
Yeah.
Okay, so after we didn't fill in, I don't know. We went in and primed the entire body.
Yep, primed it up, get it ready for paint.
With the primer, we rolled it on, and I think this is the time when we switched from the Behr shellac over to the Bullseye 123 primer, and so far I think it's been great for us. And honestly, I don't see a huge difference between the two primers.
Yeah.
So far.
The water-based one is gonna be super cool because we can put it in our paint sprayer versus the shellac you can't.
Exactly. Yeah.
But we didn't do the paint sprayer on this one because we were still rolling. Right?
Yeah, we were still rolling.
So, but for the future, that's one thing. That's one difference between the shellac and the water.
Yes. Okay, so after priming, we went in with the paints, and honestly, this is my favorite whites that we found so far.
Yeah. We've
had to use a lot of different whites for different projects aside from furniture flipping. So with my room in my salon, my theme was boho, so I'm very familiar with that whole aesthetic coming into working with this furniture piece. Finding a white in the past for my room was extremely difficult because we wanted like that perfect hue of warmth.
Yeah.
We don't want it to look too much of like a hospital, which was my first problem when I picked out a white for my first salon. Yeah. It really looked like
very clinical.
Exactly. It looked like you were just waiting to get I don't know, checked up by a doctor. I don't know. It was just not good. So for this one, we went in with a really, it's still a bright white, but it's very warm, and it's not like too shocking to the eyes, which is nice.
Yeah, it's very soft.
Exactly. The color is Behr Cottage White.
Cottage.
After rolling on about 2 coats of the Cottage White from Behr, we went in with a polyurethane.
So we always like to use General Finishes polyurethane. It does great for sealing and protecting, and then we always sand between each layer just to give it added protection.
I think we use like a 320 grit sanding block.
Yeah.
Something very
You want
fine.
something very fine.
Yes. Just to get rid of any kind of lint that might have fallen overnight or like in the couple hours while you're waiting for it to dry. So after doing the whole body, we went in and worked on the doors. So the doors was super simple. The only thing you have to do is just sand it completely off to the veneer.
Yes, this is my part right here. I'm the sandman. I love sanding. Sand all day, if I could. For this one, I think it was after this project that we bought like a padded surface for our orbital sander. For this one, we didn't have that yet. So you kind of have to be careful not to change the shape of the drawers, basically. The pad's really good at that, so I would recommend getting a pad if you're working on something with curves or angles.
We used a shellac shellac seal. I'm not quite sure what we use, quite honestly with you. I just looked this up on the internet.
Shellac.
And we got the wrong one, I believe. It's totally fine. So apparently,
I've never been on like TV before, and apparently.
When you're going in and using basically like a bare wood, they say to use a shellac before going in with polyurethane, just to kind of seal it up. We should have actually used some shellac without the wax in it. We used the one with wax. It doesn't matter. We already did it. It looks fine.
It looks great.
It looks fantastic. So after doing the shellac coating on it, we went in with our polyurethane, and this time we didn't use the General Finishes. We used the Varathane Satin finish.
Yeah, we used a different one on wood versus the painted surface.
Yeah, because I feel like with wood, it's much nicer to see like a satin finish versus a flat finish, which is what we used on the body. So
just a different sheen.
Yeah. So after polying everything, we went in and worked on our hardwares, which is where we kind of stumbled a little bit in this project. We started off with using this copper toned spray paint.
Yeah.
And it looked so dang pink. It looked like rose gold, which I didn't realize copper was rose gold.
Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be. But also for this, we used this technique that we learned from watching Hamza's channel. Hamza is a dude that also flips furniture. You should definitely go check him out. I'll put his link down below. He's great.
We love him.
Yeah, we're learning a lot from watching him as well. So, but we copied his technique of putting the hardware on a piece of cardboard so that you can spray paint like each edge around it. So,
yes, it makes it so much easier.
It was so easy, yeah.
Instead of like trying to hold it and like trying to spray paint around your hand multiple times.
Yeah, just coating your hand in spray paint.
Exactly. Not fun.
No.
Listen to Hamza. He's great.
Yeah.
He's smart. So yeah, we use Hamza's technique to spray the hardware, but then after seeing the copper finish on it, we were like, I don't like it. Or I was like, I don't like it. And so then we went in with the Rub and Buff Antique Gold on that thing. And that's a different technique because you kind of rub it on there versus spraying. It's in a little squeeze tube.
We originally listed it for $560, and after talking with this lady, she's about to be a mom, we decided to drop it down to $480 because that was the upper end of her budget. Sometimes that's what you got to do, and we're happy that she's gonna get great use out of it. So
yeah, and since we're so new at this, we're still trying to figure out our market in the Austin area. I'm sure there's definitely a market for people who are willing to spend loads and loads on refinished furniture.
Yeah, Austin's a tough market because you have a lot of people who have been here for a long time who are like kind of feeling the pressure of people from California coming in who have tons of money, and now it's more expensive to live here. So it's like, do we price high for the Californians that are moving here, or do we keep it low so that, you know, it's accessible to the people who need furniture still?
Yeah.
So, these are things you have to think about. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.
Peace!
Peace.